Well, in 40 years of fishing, I've tried to develop techniques that will help me catch fish and improve my catch ratio and what have you. And one of the things I always found out was that when you're throwing a crankbait or a jerkbait or this little zero spool, the lines that we're using, like we might be using a 10 or 12 pound test, I found that the line would get caught on the hook. That's one lost cast because the bait wouldn't swim right. And so I've kept on thinking about how to improve this. And one of the things I found fishing here in Louisiana, I was using some of my the jerk baits that we were selling. I came up with this thing. I've got this is fluorocarbon lead line that's about 14 or 15 pound test. And then below that I splice on a 25 pound test fluorocarbon line. Oops, can't see it. And what I found, and what this does, is that the heavier line, the stiffer line, keeps the line from hooking onto the treble hooks and ruining a cast. So what I'm doing is I'm splicing the two lines together to make a small knot if I can ever get it done. It's just a familiar knot. And if it's done right, it's just a small knot. And you cut this thing short. And this heavy line keeps the line from tangling up on your hook. And you'll save at least a few casts every day. And quite a few, in fact. I found that generally it doesn't hang up. So this is not one of my actual baits, but as a fisherman you learn to use whatever you need to catch fish. And I've got a neat story as far as some people will say, well, we use light lines so that the fish don't see the line. And that's true. But, let's say 20 years ago when I fished the US Open at Lake Mead, most of the people were throwing their little jigs on 6 pound test line because the water's crystal clear. And I had been going back to Japan to do business there, and I found fluorocarbon line. So I've been using fluorocarbon line for over 20 years now. And I won the tournament at Lake Mead when people were using 6 pound test line on the monofilament line that they were using. And I was using 20 pound fluorocarbon to throw down to 40 feet and catching fish. So fluorocarbon line I was sold on that 20 years ago, and I still am. So the big line here, I don't think the fish ever see it. But it keeps, now you can see the difference. Here's the lighter line that's been used and it's starting to curl up. And here's the straight 25 pound test line. Anyway, this is just another tidbit of information. You want to try it. And if you're one of my competitors, that's great because I may have an advantage.
Thank you guys so much for watching our first tutorial video on our Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits tutorial series. My name is Chris Oberly. I'm Gary Yamamoto's videographer and editor, And this is what this series is going to be about. You guys are going to get an inside look on what Gary is up to, some tutorial videos from Gary and some people on the Yamamoto team. You guys are going to see stuff like this. This is Gary's first house that he moved into when he moved to Page, Arizona to start the company. And we're going to be doing some contests. This contest, we're going to be giving away a Gary Yamamoto custom baits hat that's going to be signed by Gary, and we're also going to be giving away a fluorocarbon line. And there's going to be 3 separate contests, one on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All you have to do is follow those things and tag 3 friends in the comments below and get the word out there. So good luck, guys. We're going to be doing an announcement on the winners on a separate video next week, at the end of next week on Friday, and we'll see you guys soon.